Hey everybody, so today I wanted to talk about Nintendo's recent support for competitive Smash. So, as we all know, E3 2018 is coming up in less than a month now, and it's going to be really exciting. We're going to finally find out the nature of the game, we're going to find out the engine, we're going to find out the characters, everything that we want to know, and we're going to find out more. So that's super exciting. We know who's going to be in the Invitational, and we know who the backups are. And just a lot of interesting things that Nintendo is doing leading up to the event. So I actually wanted to talk about their actions recently that have been leading a lot of people to speculate that Nintendo might have something else planned, specifically for the competitive scene. So I'm going to pull up some links here really quick. Alright, so first is Genesis 5 a few months ago. At this point in time, we had no idea that Nintendo was even going to come out with a new Smash game. We'd heard rumors of it, as you can see I have highlighted here. And so a lot of people were interested because, oh hey, maybe something is coming up. Because while Nintendo has sponsored tournaments in the past, this just sort of came out of the blue and everyone was like, maybe they could be doing something, but no one had any idea. And then shortly after, we found out that Frostbite was also going to be sponsored by Nintendo, which sort of increased the hype a lot more. It's like, okay, well, back-to-back tournaments being sponsored by Nintendo, this is really interesting. So after that, we found out, oh hey, Smash Switch is actually coming out, and that was something that got everyone excited. But now in recent times, now that we're leading up to E3 2018, we're seeing Nintendo sponsoring more and more tournaments. So we found out recently that Get On My Level is going to be sponsored by Nintendo. We found out that Combo Breaker is going to be sponsored by Nintendo. And now we found out that Hyrule Saga is going to be sponsored by Nintendo as well. So it's interesting to see this back to back to back, because even though, as I already said, we have seen Nintendo sponsor tournaments before, this is really quickly in succession. And so a lot of people are wondering, okay, does Nintendo have something planned for the competitive scene or something like that? I'm thinking it could be that. It could just be marketing as well, because even though none of us really need to be hyped for a new Smash game any more than we already are, it does help, especially because not only does Nintendo provide support, infrastructure, systems for these tournaments, they also end up promoting their games there as well. And considering an event, especially like Hyrule Saga, is going to be after E3, that's the perfect time to start promoting all of this Smash Switch hype, all of these trailers that we want to see right after the E3 hype. So that's interesting enough on its own. But on top of that, we also found out that, and better people than I have translated this, but basically we found out that in Japan, Nintendo is going to allow Smash Switch to be playable at specific tournaments. There's one on June 17th, and I believe that there's also a tournament the 23rd and 24th, if I recall correctly, where Nintendo will allow Smash Switch to be playable. So that's really interesting, Nintendo going out of their way to say, okay, well, you can play this game here, and I'm wondering if after E3, Nintendo may announce that Smash Switch might be playable at some of the tournaments that they are already sponsoring in America, or if that's going to stay a Japan-only thing. But basically, it's really interesting because all of these sponsorships have come from Nintendo of America before, but this, on the other hand, this is the Japanese Nintendo Twitter saying, this game will be playable at this tournament. So that's really, really different. And now, on top of that, we also found out that at E3 2018, Nintendo is going to allow fans to get tickets to play Smash in either a casual for fun mode or for glory mode in a competitive elimination match. So that's also interesting because even though we've seen this sort of thing before for the Invitational last year, where it starts off casual, ends up competitive at the end, it's really interesting to see Nintendo now separate out the different ways that you can play Smash, so either really casually or really competitively, at the event itself. So typically you would see, okay, well, 4-player or something like that, but now it's like, okay, well, you can play the competitive mode, or you can play the casual mode that Smash is super widely known for. So that is also super interesting. And again, a lot of people are wondering, does this mean Nintendo's going to get more involved in competitive Smash? Does this mean a circuit, something like that? Personally, I'm not expecting a circuit, but at the same time, I will admit that it's possible. For me, I'm thinking that Nintendo would want to promote both sides of their game even-handedly, as they are with, for example, the For Fun, For Glory. I think that they'd want to promote it more even-handedly in order to get the most return out of it, right? So I've written an article a while back about why I think Nintendo isn't getting into competitive Smash. And basically the idea is that Smash currently sells way better than every fighting game. And the fact of the matter is that comes not just from the competitive side of the audience, it comes from the casual side of the audience too. So I figure that if Nintendo wants to promote Smash, they would have to do it by showing off both the casual side and the competitive side to appeal to all of their audience and make sure that everything stays going as well as it has before. So I figure that if Nintendo does start getting involved in the events, then maybe we might see more casual stuff alongside competitive stuff. Or maybe not. Maybe they'll just be interested in competitive. Who knows? But all of this is really, really interesting leading up to E3 2018, and I'm double excited because I already have my ticket, so I want to go and see in person what changes they've made to the game, what changes they've made to my main, Kirby, and just all of the other stuff about the game. So I'm really excited. As for you guys, I would love to hear your theories. I would love to hear if you're going to E3, just what you think in general, any feedback, anything. Feel free to throw it in the comments below. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.